You guys have the privilege of watching Coach Cheryl Harrington and
Oh no, you bet. Oh Lordy. Coach Shelton Harrison, there'll never be no comparison. You're live on the show. Sit back and have a listen. All right. LDBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, guys. I'm going to give an unbiased. Yes, I know y'all heard me say the word unbiased on this channel. But I'm going to give my keys to victory. Well, no, I'm lying. I might be a little biased, but who cares? All right, but I'm going to do the best I can, okay? How about if I give y'all that? I'm going to do the best I can. And this is my keys to victory to Marion Reneau versus Germaine De Randamie. And, Marion and her husband, they watch my videos, and I definitely appreciate their support. But this is going to be a keys to victory, okay? So you guys sit back, you guys relax and enjoy, okay? Coach Shelton Harrison's keys to victory. All right, of course, let's start with Marion Reneau first. These chicks underestimate you because of your age? Huh. Get ready for an ass whooping.
What? Backstab with no remorse. They can blast that when I'm licking off. Have the beat, hard hitter when I'm getting off. These bitches with no father figures, they be tricking off. Feel me? They bees off the keys, knees, and that's for sure. If they try to run between these, I'll blow they doors. Put the jinx on them all like the Southmores. Cause these bitches got the gall to holler hardcore. I'm cracking jaws. Had to be the Southpaw with no look. Give a fuck about these bitches, and that's the hook. You know how I'm gonna get it, split it off the books. And you ain't got to love me, trust me, simply put.
Marion Reneau, we know her as the Bruiser, but her opponents, they definitely know her as somebody you just can't underestimate. And many opponents, they've got into the octagon against the Bruiser and they've underestimated her. Bad mistake, because when people underestimate this woman, they tend to be on the end of a beating. And this woman gets her name, and she told me exactly how she get her name. Ask some of the men that spar with her in her gym, and they'll tell you exactly how she gets that name. She's not nice in that octagon. Okay, she's not nice. And in most of her fights, she's usually the underdog. And in a lot of her fights, she's come out on top. Very, very young. Still young. She's 6 or 7 years into her MMA career. And she started at age 32, 31, and this woman has shown leaps and bounds in her technique. I mean, she's doing a lot of stuff, okay? She's doing a lot of great things in this sport. The woman is a former heptathlete. You know, you have to do 7 events in 2 days, and you have to be a very, very strong-minded person and a strong-willed person to get that done. So let's talk about what the Bruiser will have to do in order to win this fight. Let's go. My first key is Marion Reneau. She needs to close the distance early and often. Germaine De Randamie has one very, very big weakness that Marion Reneau can actually exploit in this fight if she can close the distance early and often. And that's the fact that she's got the speed advantage. She's got the speed advantage over Germaine De Randamie. Maybe not the striking advantage, maybe not the stand-up advantage. But Marion Reneau has the definite speed advantage, and she can close the distance early and often. Okay, that's my first rule of thumb. That's what she needs to do. If she can successfully close the distance early and often, then Germaine De Randamie is in a lot of trouble. But if she stays at a distance and tries to fight Germaine De Randamie at a distance, Marion Reneau is in a lot of trouble. Germaine De Randamie is a fighter. She lives on the outside. She can pick you apart. She can dissect your whole game. I mean, this woman is not undefeated in Muay Thai for no reason, okay? She's very skilled at what she does. And closing the distance on Germaine De Randamie definitely causes a lot of problems for this particular style. Number 2, Marion Reneau needs to use her BJJ skills and get Germaine to her back. It sounds very simple, but over time, Germaine De Randamie, she has gotten better at takedown defense, okay? But I think Marion, if she closes the distance, I think that she will probably have no problem getting Germaine to her back. as some of her prior opponents that's defeated Germaine De Randamie. They were successful in getting Germaine to her back. Let's take a look. All right. This diagram at the bottom, or the graphics at the bottom, this is pretty much a no-brainer, okay? Alright, let me kind of draw boxes to kind of direct you guys. God, I'm clearing my throat. To kind of direct you guys as to what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see in the first image that Germaine De Randamie is fighting Julia Budd. Okay? Notice, Julia Budd made the mistake of trying to stand with Germaine De Randamie. This was very unsuccessful for Julia Budd. Julia Budd definitely does not have the stand-up skills to compete with Germaine De Randamie. And henceforth, look at what Julia Budd did. I mean, there it is right there. Julia Budd took Germaine De Randamie to the ground because they pretty much know that if you stand with Germaine De Randamie, she's going to pick you apart. And Julia Budd couldn't get anything in that fight. She couldn't do anything until she took her down. And that's when Julia Budd began to dominate the fight. Okay? Let's take a look at the next diagram, okay? Here you see Amanda Nunes, okay? You see Amanda Nunes right here, okay, standing with Germaine De Randamie. Okay, Amanda Nunes in that fight, when she was standing, she swung at air. She couldn't get a single solitary punch to land. She couldn't do it, okay? Germaine De Randamie was stepping out of the way of everything. She was parrying everything. She was sidestepping. I mean, that's the trademark of a good kickboxer, a good Muay Thai fighter, a good boxer. Germaine De Randamie is skilled in all three of these. So, Amanda Nunes really didn't have a shot. So what did Amanda do? If you guys look right here, guess what Amanda Nunes had to do? You guessed it. You guessed it. And, again, this is a no-brainer, okay? I think everybody and their mother know that Germaine De Randamie has problems with people that are good in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's her problem. That's Germaine's kryptonite. Marion Reneau is very good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Okay? So do you guys see what I'm talking about? Alright, so let's look at victory. Let's look at key to victory number 3. Alright, step 3. Marion Reneau needs to feint high with the arm or feint low with her head to definitely draw a reaction out of Germaine De Randamie. Alright, the reason why I say this is that, remember, Germaine she's a kickboxer. She's a boxer. I mean, she's very good at stand-up. And, a feint, that would draw a reaction out of Germaine. It'll draw a good reaction. And then Marion Reneau can then, put this into her mental Rolodex, and she can actually figure out, okay, so Germaine is going to strike from this angle and this angle. And the reason why this is important is because Marion Reneau does not want to get caught coming in trying to close the distance. So Marion Reneau has to actually figure out where Germaine is going to throw her kicks and punches from. Because Germaine has very good timing. Her speed is not that great, but her timing is impeccable. So Marion Reneau, if she can get an idea of where Germaine or what angle she's going to throw these punches or kicks from, then Marion Reneau will definitely get a better sense of what angle to close the distance in. Let's go to number 4. Alright, in the clinch, Marion Reneau has to be very careful to avoid the Muay Thai clinch. She's got to be careful. Because Germaine, when she puts people into that Muay Thai clinch and she puts that head under, it's pretty much, man, a foregone conclusion what happens next, okay? She's got to avoid that at all costs. When she gets in close, and this is going to take me to number 5. Okay, number 5, elbow, knee to the body, and foot stomp. Listen, this is going to have to be dirty. And every time Marion Reneau gets on the inside of Germaine De Randamie, she need to give her something to remember. And I'm talking about immediately. I'm not talking about letting them I'm not talking about letting Germaine sit there for a while on the fence. I'm talking about as soon as Marion Reneau gets within contact, and if Germaine De Randamie tries to clinch and Muay Thai man throw an elbow, knee her to the body, foot stomp, listen, get dirty. Because Germaine De Randamie really is, she can be dirty. Germaine can be very dirty in a fight. And, we've all seen that Germaine can be very dirty. And it's a fight. It's a fight. And I guarantee you, if Marion Reneau, get in there and really pound her to death and do some... Look, those judges and that referee probably not going to say a whole lot, especially if you're doing it to Germaine De Randamie. I'm just saying, she going to have to get in there and really throw those elbows and knees to the body and get those foot stops going. Don't let that girl sit on the fence and think about what she gonna do. Don't let her do that, because the minute she sits on that fence and she thinks about what she has to do, okay, then she's gonna come up with a different strategy. But I'm telling you, the more that you keep throwing at Germaine De Randamie, the less likely that she's gonna have to try to react to everything that you do. And see, with Marion Reneau being such a very coming at you from all kind of angles, that's gonna freeze Germaine De Randamie. But get them elbows and knees in there, man. Tear that girl up when you get in that clinch. All right, let's go to number 6. Number 6 is gonna be very important. Okay, Marion Reneau need to win the mental battle before the fight. You know, this is the hurt game. This is the hurt game, and I understand that fighters, a lot of them are very respectful, and some fighters are not. But this is the hurt game. And guys, we need to think about the reality of this situation. Okay, both of these two fighters, they're going in and they could get seriously hurt. But the fighter with the bigger mental advantage, they're gonna come out on top. Marion Reneau need to be telling this girl, look here, I'm training with the woman that you was afraid to fight. I'm sparring her, and you wouldn't even get in the octagon with her. I'm sparring her every day. You know, and Cyborg and Marion, they are doing they hitting each other hard, man. They are hitting each other hard. They're friends, but they're not taking it easy on each other. They are not taking it easy on each other whatsoever, okay? They just not going to do it. And, you know, Marion Reneau need to go in there and be like, look here, you were scared to fight her. I'd be putting stuff up on Twitter. I'd be doing everything. I would make Germaine De Randamie block me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, because you know if she do that, you've already gotten ahead. If Germaine De Randamie blocks Marion Reneau for doing some of these things, then this don't make Marion a bad person for doing this. It makes her a smart fighter. Okay, Floyd Mayweather does this all the time. He fights the battle outside of the octagon. See, if you can get somebody rattled before they get in the octagon, you have a huge advantage. And Marion Reneau needs to take that stance with this woman, okay? This woman ducked the top contender in her weight class. That is something that needs to be exploited. That's just how it is. And, you know, when I get a chance to interview Marion, I'm going to ask her, look, what you think about her ducking Chris Cyborg? I mean, I'm going to ask. And I know she got an opinion on it. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody that I've talked to on the camera and outside of YouTube that's a fighter, they got an opinion about that, okay? And honestly, almost everybody got darn near the same opinion. I'm just saying. If I'm Marion, I would exploit the crap out of that. Okay, guys, this video is going a bit too long, okay? Let me, shoot. Okay. I'll go into some keys to victory for Germaine De Randamie. All right, here goes. Look at me. Germaine De Randamie, a very skilled Muay Thai fighter, kickboxer, boxer. And this woman will do anything, and the coach means anything, to get a victory. There's a reason why this woman is 46-0 in Muay Thai / kickboxing. There's a reason. She's not as good as she is based upon who she won't fight. But she's as good as she is because she's very skillful. And no one can take that away. Germaine De Randamie is a very live and very dangerous opponent. Let's get into the keys to victory. Germaine De Randamie's keys to victory, they're very simple, but they can be very effective. She's going to have to maintain range. If she's able to maintain the range, which is going to be difficult for her to do in this particular fight, but if she manages to do that, then she'll have a lot of success in this particular fight. She's got the reach advantage over Marion Reneau. She's definitely got that reach advantage, and she's going to have to employ a nice jab. That's step 2. Number 2, Germaine De Randamie has a very good jab, and she can use that jab to make Marion reset, okay? And, you know, doing so will keep the fight pretty much standing, okay, for as long as she can. She's going to have to keep the fight standing, okay? If Germaine De Randamie is taken down, she, against Marion Reneau, her ads might get finished or submitted. and Marion Reneau can finish, and Marion Reneau knows how to submit. Germaine is going to have to keep this fight standing. Let me make this number 3. Okay, Germaine is going to have to keep this fight in the center of the octagon. Because, see, I don't believe in triangle theories. I don't believe in it. You know, Germaine De Randamie defeated Holly Holm, and Holly Holm defeated Germaine De Randamie. Germaine De Randamie defeated Holly Holm, and Holly Holm defeated Marion Reneau. I don't believe in triangle theories. Because Germaine defeated Holly Holm, that don't mean she'll defeat Marion Reneau. Marion Reneau comes at a lot of unorthodox and very awkward angles. And she's not going to stand there and try to strategize with Germaine De Randamie. Marion Reneau not going to do that. Marion Reneau going to make this thing dirty. And Marion has definitely evolved since her fight with Holly Holm. She's evolved. She's a much better fighter. And you could probably stick her back in there with Holly Holm, and I can guarantee you that this fight is going to go where the first fight went the distance, but I can guarantee you that Marion will definitely get ahead on a lot of the judges' scorecards. I'm just saying, she's evolved as a fighter. Her BJJ skills are much, much better. So Germaine De Randamie better keep this fight in the center of the octagon. If this fight goes back to the cage, advantage Marion Reneau. And if Marion gets Germaine to that cage, it's pretty much a wrap. Okay, it's a wrap. Marion is going to unleash. And you can kind of see some of the stuff that Marion do when she get a person to the cage. I mean, she did it to Dudieva. She did it to Ashley Evans Smith. And she even had some streak stuff success when she got Holly Holm. I mean, it's not like Holly Holm went in there and completely teed off. No, Marion got some shots in too. She got some good shots on Holly Holm. But I just didn't think she had the skill set to defeat Holly Holm. But I think she do now. I think she's got the skills, and she's working on these skills every day. She got to keep this fight in the center of the octagon, or it may even be lights out, or she may get a stoppage. I'm just saying. That's just how that is. And my last advice for Germaine De Randamie, she better avoid a head kick against Marion Reneau unless Marion Reneau is fading and she know it. Here go the thing. Marion Reneau don't really fade that way. I mean, her stamina is very, very good. She's not going to fade that fast. She's not going to fade. Not like that. And if you throw a head kick at Marion Reneau, I'm going to tell you what I've seen her do. You know, she'll catch those joints. She'll duck up under them and take you down. It's going to be, if she throw a head kick, and Marion see that thing coming, Germaine is on her back. I'm just saying. And I should have a number 5. Avoid getting on your back, because if you get on your back, if Germaine De Randamie is ever on her back, it's a wrap. Well, guys, this video has gone long enough. These are the keys to victory. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harris. I'm done. What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.